Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel Legal Decipher. In the previous video, we had discussed about the difference between culpable homicide and murder as defined by the Indian Penal Code. If you have not seen that video, you can go and check it. The link is in the description below. In this video, we will go through the rest of the contents of the offences affecting life as described in chapter 16 and understand the substance therein. So if you're new here, please like and subscribe to my channel to get the video notifications. So let's get started. So today we are going to learn the rest of the contents of offences affecting life as described here in chapter 16. So in the previous video we had already discussed up to section 304. In this video we will continue from 304A. So section 304A talks about causing death by negligence. It says whoever causes the death of any person by doing any rash or negligent act not amounting to culpable homicide shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 2 years or with fine or with both. So to attract section 304A, the person who is committing such act shall not amount to culpable homicide. So it shall not be a culpable homicide, but it shall be rather a death caused by rash or negligent act. Only in that circumstances section 304A will be applicable. That person shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 2 years or with fine or with both. Now section 304B talks about dowry death. So dowry is basically the malpractice of the family of the groom or the groom himself to demand anything material from the bride's family in relation to a marriage. So if a death of a woman has occurred and the reason behind such death is somehow related to an incident of taking dowry, then that will be covered under section 304B. So it says that where the death of a woman is caused by any burns or bodily injury, or it occurs otherwise than under normal circumstances. So whether a woman has died due to burning or any other bodily injury, or if she has died under any abnormal circumstances. It says otherwise than under normal circumstances. That means she has died under any abnormal circumstances within 7 years of her marriage. So the time period to attract a dowry death under section 304B, the time period for that must be within 7 years. So whenever that woman has died out of burning or bodily injury or in any abnormal circumstances within 7 years of her marriage, and it is shown that soon before her death she was subjected to cruelty or harassment by her husband or any relative of the husband. So if it is proved that she was subjected to cruelty or harassment by either her husband or her in-laws, that means the relative of her husband, or if there was any connection with any demand for dowry, then in all of these cases the death shall be called a dowry death. So that kind of death will be termed as a dowry death, and such husband or in-laws shall be deemed to have caused her death. So it will be a proven fact by that time. If all of these criteria are fulfilled, then it will be assumed that such husband and such in-laws have caused the death of this woman. And the explanation says that for the purposes of this section, dowry shall have the same meaning as in section 2 of the Dowry Prohibition Act 1961. There is a different statute for dealing with that offence, and it is also an offence under section 304B of IPC. Now it says whoever commits dowry death shall be punished with imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 7 years but which may extend to imprisonment for life. So it can be punished with any kind of imprisonment for a term between 7 years to life imprisonment. Now section 305 talks about abatement of suicide of child or insane person. So if any person abates the suicide of any person who is under 18 years of age, or an insane, or any delirious person, or idiot, or a person who is in state of intoxication, so whether he was under influence of any drug or alcohol, or he was a lunatic, or he was an insane person, or he was a minor, then in all these cases, if some person abates the suicide of such child or insane person or any persons that are mentioned here, then that person who had so abated the suicide shall be punished with death or imprisonment for life, or imprisonment for a term not exceeding 10 years, and shall also be liable to fine. Now section 306 talks about abatement of suicide. If any person commits suicide, whoever abates the commission of such suicide shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 10 years, and shall also be liable to fine. So whoever abates the suicide of any person will be punished with imprisonment up to 10 years. And section 307 talks about attempt to murder. So whoever does any act with such intention or knowledge and under such circumstances that if he by the act cause death, he would be guilty of murder. So whoever does any act that intends, or say for example the person had knowledge that if I commit this act it will cause the death of any other person and I will be guilty of murder, then if he attempts to do such act, then that will be termed as attempt to murder, and that will fall under section 307, and that person will be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 10 years, and shall also be liable to fine. And if due to such act murder has not occurred, but that person was hurt by such act, so the person upon whom such act was attempted, that person did not die but he was actually hurt, then in that case this offender who tried to attempt murder but instead hurt that person, he will be liable to either imprisonment for life or to punishment as in herein before mentioned. Now section 308 talks about attempt to commit culpable homicide. So whoever does any act with such intention or knowledge and under such circumstances that if he by that act cause death, so he does an act that he knew or he had the intention and knowledge that if I commit this act it will cause the death of another person, and he would be guilty of culpable homicide not amounting to murder. So section 307 deals with those cases where that person attempted to do any act that he knew that if I commit such act it will kill that person and I will be charged with murder. But in this case under section 308 he knew that if I would commit this act that will make me guilty of culpable homicide not amounting to murder, then this person shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 3 years, or with fine, or with both. And if hurt is caused to any person by such act, then this person shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 7 years, or with fine, or with both. Now section 309 talks about attempt to commit suicide. So whoever attempts to commit suicide and does any act towards the commission of such offence, then he shall be punished with simple imprisonment for a term which may extend to 1 year, or with fine, or with both. Now section 310 talks about thug. So who is a thug? Whoever at any time after the passing of this act shall have been habitually associated with any other or others for the purpose of committing robbery or child stealing by means of or accompanied with murder is a thug. So section 310 classifies those persons who habitually associates himself with a group of people for the purpose of committing robbery or child stealing, that means kidnapping, and he does so, that means he commits robbery or child stealing by means of murder or generally accompanied by murder. So in order to accomplish the robbery or child stealing, he also may commit murder or has committed murder, or murder is a means of that person to commit robbery or child stealing, then this person who does so will be designated as thug. Now section 311 deals with the punishment for a thug. It says whoever is a thug shall be punished with imprisonment for life and shall also be liable to fine. Now we will cover the rest of the sections in the next video. So that's all in this video. If you like my videos, then don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.